Let's solve for a plus b. Welcome back to my channel. First of all, let's call this equation 1 and this equation 2. Okay, so let's look into equation 1. We have a to the power of 3 plus b to the power of 3 is equal to 18. Now, using algebra identity states that a to the power of 3 plus b to the power of 3 is equal to a plus b multiplied by a squared minus ab plus b squared. Okay, so we're going to substitute this in place of this. So I can write this to be equal to a plus b bracket a squared minus ab plus b squared equals 18. Then I can write this as a plus b multiplied by a squared, let me bring this to this side, plus b squared minus ab is equal to 18. Okay, but recall that a squared plus b squared is equal to 14 according to equation 2. So that means we can rewrite this as a plus b bracket 14 minus ab is equal to 18. Alright, please hit the subscription button and turn on your notification bell. If this is the first time you are seeing this channel, give us a thumbs up if you love what we are doing as well. Thank you very much. Okay, now look at what we have. Let a plus b be equal to x and ab be equal to y. So if I should make that statement, that means that I can write this as a plus b is x. So we have x bracket 14 minus ab. We have 14 minus our ab is y is equal to 18. So now let's call this equation 3. Now, at this point, we have from equation 2, we have that a squared plus b squared is equal to 14. Now remember that a plus b all squared is equal to a squared plus b squared plus 2ab. Okay, so if we should transfer this to the other side, I will have a plus b squared minus 2ab. Okay, minus 2ab will give us a squared plus b squared. But we already have a value for a squared plus b squared, which is 14. Okay, so we can write this as a plus b all squared minus 2ab is equal to 14. Now also remember that a plus b is x and ab is y. So we can write this as x squared minus 2y is equal to 14. Now, if I transfer this to the other side, I will have x squared is equal to 14 plus 2y. Alright, now dividing both sides, need me to clean this. But I'm going to write this because it's important that a plus b is x and ab is y. Okay. And equation 3 says that x bracket 14 minus y is equal to 18. equation 3. Okay, I think at this point I can clean part of this. All right, so now we have that x squared is equal to 14 plus 2y. Now let us transfer this 14 to this side. Okay, so if we do that, we have x squared minus 14 is equal to 2y. Now dividing both sides by 2, we are going to have x squared minus 14 divided by 2 is equal to 2y divided by 2. So that will give us that y is equal to x squared minus 14 divided by 2. Now we can write this here, that y is equal to x squared minus 14 divided by 2. That is our equation 4. Okay, now let us substitute equation 4 into equation 3. So always tuning at your convenience. Yeah, there must be something new for you to watch by God's grace. Okay, so this is what we have now. We have equation 3 as this, that x bracket 14 minus y is equal to 18. That is according to equation 3. Then according to equation 4, our y is this. So let's substitute that into this place. So we have x bracket 14 minus, now our y is x squared minus 14 divided by 2. Okay, now this is equal to 18. So we have x bracket, let's make everything to be equal to its denominator to be 2, right? So we just multiply this by this to have 28 minus x squared minus 14 divided by 2, right? And this is equal to 18. All right, now we have x bracket 28 minus times x squared is minus x squared, minus times minus is plus, and we have 14 divided by 2 is equal to 18. Let's multiply both sides by 2. Multiplying both sides by 2, we are going to have x bracket 28 minus x squared plus 14 is equal to 18 multiplied by 2. Now let's open the bracket. If we do that, we have 28 times x, which is 28x, 28x, x times minus x squared is minus x cubed, and x times 14 is plus 14x is equal to 18 times 2 is 36. All right, are we together? Yeah, I think so. So just in case you didn't see what I wrote last, I'm going to repeat it here. So I have 28x minus x to the power of 3 plus 14x is equal to 36. That is what we have there. Now 38x plus 14x, 38x plus 14x will give us 42x. So we have 42x minus x to the power of 3. Now let us transfer this to this side. So we have minus 36 is equal to 0. So this looks like a cubic polynomial, right? So let's arrange it very well. So arranging it, we have this to come first. Minus x to the power of 3, then this plus 42x, then minus 36 is equal to 0. Multiplying through by -1, we now have x to the power of 3 minus 42x plus 36 is equal to 0. Now that we have cubic equation, I would rather solve it using synthetic division method. Okay, that one is always faster for me. So using the synthetic division method, I'm going to, by trial and error, find the first factor of this. Okay, now by trial and error, I notice that when x is equal to 6, we are going to have this to be equal to 0. So let's check. 6 to the power of 3 minus 42 bracket 6. Let me write it first. So when x is equal to 6, okay, we have 6 to the power of 3 minus 42 multiplied by 6 plus 36 is equal to 0. We are still checking. Now, when we continue, we are going to have 6 to the power of 3. 6 times 6 is equal to 36. Is equal to 36. So let's multiply this by another 6. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 3 is 18. Plus this is 21. So we have 216. 216. So this is 216 minus 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 4 24. We have 25. So minus 25 plus 36. Is this equal to 0? So here we have 216 minus 252, which is same thing as 252 minus 216. Well, it's going to be, the answer will be negative, okay? So 12 minus this is 6, 4 minus this is 3. So notice that what we'll have here is negative 36 here. Then plus 36. Is this equal to 0? So we have 0 is equal to 0. Now this means that that x equals 0 is what? Is a solution. Therefore, x minus 6 is what? Is a factor. So by synthetic division method, all I will do is that I'm going to, let me clean this very well. Okay, so using the synthetic division method, all I will do is this. So I have x minus 6. So 6 is actually what I'm going to use. So 6, I'm going to use 6 to divide this quadratic equation. So the coefficient of x to the power of 3 is 1. The coefficient of, permit me to write this here, x to the power of 3 minus 42x plus 36 equals 0. So that I can clean this side. Alright. So if I do that, then we're supposed to have x to the power of 2 before x. So definitely we are going to replace the coefficient with 0. And for coefficient of x, we have minus 42, minus 42, and then we have plus 36. That is 36. So we are going to have this. We are bringing down 1. Okay. Now 6 times 1 is 6. 0 plus 6 is 6. 6 times 6 is 36. This minus this will give you minus 6. 6 times minus 6 minus 36. And this minus this is 0. So that shows that 6 is what? Is a solution, is a root. Now at this point, we can say x minus 6, which is the first factor that we found, right? Multiplied by this. This stands for the coefficients of the quadratic equation that we formed. Okay, so this will now be x squared, 1x squared plus 6x minus 6 is equal to 0. Okay, so from here we can say x minus 6 is equal to 0, and x squared plus 6x minus 6 is equal to 0 as well. Now, From here we have x is equal to 6. That is the first value of x. And from here, there is nothing that you can get. We cannot do this by factorization. So the only way out is to use the quadratic equation formula, which states that x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac, everything divided by 2a. So as a result, we have x equals, b is 6, right? Minus 6 plus or minus square root of b squared is 6 squared minus 4ac. A is 1, coefficient of x squared, and c is a constant, which is minus 6. Everything divided by 2a, 2 times 1, which is still 2. Okay, so if we continue, then we are going to have that x is equal to minus 6 plus or minus the square root of 6 squared is 36, minus minus is plus, 4 times 6 is 24, divided by 2. Okay, so our x will be equal to minus 6 plus or minus square root of 60 divided by 2. Now let's factorize 60. Okay, to do that, we are going to draw a line. So we have 60. 2 we divide this to give us 30. 2 we divide this to give us 15. Then we have a square here already, because 2 times 2 will give us 4, which is a perfect square. And we have an ordinary number, so we are done. Now we have x is equal to minus 6 plus or minus square root of, so we'll write this as 2 times 2, which is 4, multiplied by what? 15. Okay, divided by 2. Then solving further, we are almost done. We're almost through. So solving further, we now have x is equal to minus 6 plus or minus square root of 4, which is 2, and we are left with root 15 divided by 2. So at this point, we have that x is equal to minus 6 divided by 2. We have minus 3 plus or minus 2 divided 2 is 1, so we are left with root 15. So it's simple. The first x that we got, I've claimed that we got the first x to be equal to 6, remember. So now we have our values of x. So the first x, we have x is equal to 6, and we have x is equal to minus 3 plus or minus this one, plus or minus root 15. Therefore, recall that we said let x be equal to a plus b. So, and a plus b, we can replace that with a plus b is equal to 6, and a plus b is equal to minus 3 plus or minus root 15. And this is what we are asked to find. We are asked to find the values of a plus b. Thank you so much for watching.